Hey Year 5, welcome to another music lesson. I've been getting some emails and shares from your teachers of some of your work, which is really good to see. I've seen some videos, I've seen some of your online creations on that Looper website that I shared with you. I've seen some of your TARS and TT's work, and it's all been really high quality stuff. So you must be doing good work at home. Keep it up, really good to see. I've got the answers for you for the TARS and TTs for 2468, which we started last week. So we already know that it starts off as ta, 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 t, 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 ta for 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. Next one was if I'm late, do not wait, which is t, t, ta, t, t, ta. If I'm late, do not wait. And the last one is 2, 4, 6, 8. You might have noticed it's the same as the top row. Ta, 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 ta. Can you sing it and clap it in TARS and TTs? Do make sure you actually do it. Get ready. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. T, t, ta, t, t, ta, 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 ta. Sweet. On to the lesson. So, I've got two things to do today. We're going to add to one of the songs we've already learnt, and I've actually got another computer activity which I think is really cool as well. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the actions to the song Long-Legged Sailor. So at the moment we've got this thing that we were doing, or if you're by yourself we were doing. Okay, and we also have, for the word long, you stretch your arms out. Can you do it with me? Ready, go. Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with a long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with a long-legged wife. Nice. You'll notice that I switch between them just to make sure I'm making sure everyone can see what they're meant to be doing. So I'll be doing the clicks and the claps. So that's what we know so far. We are going to add 3 more actions today. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to tell you the 3 actions. You might want to write them down if you don't think you can remember them, and I'm going to leave it to you guys to practice, because I know some people have done a bit of this before, and I know some people will get it a lot quicker than others. So we're just going to learn the actions, we're going to go through it once, and then you guys are going to just go off and practice it until you can do it. Okay, so the 3 actions that we are adding today for the word life, you're going to touch your heart. For the word sailor, you are going to salute. And for the word wife, you're going to get your left hand, put it out and touch your left ring finger, because that's the finger that a wedding ring goes on. So it is life, sailor, wife. And we already know every time we say long, we have to do this. Sweet. Let's give it a slow go. Here we go. Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with a long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with a long-legged wife. Nice. So your job with that one is to go off and practice those 3 new steps. Okay? Do it as quick or as slow as you want, but make sure you can do those 3 steps, because this is a really important song. We are going to do more of this later. The second thing I want to do today is another computer activity, and it's similar to the Super Looper one that we've already done. We are going to be making ostinatos again, but this is a more advanced version. This is like an online drum machine, and they actually do use drum machines in lots of professional settings. So if you're in a band without a drummer, you quite often use a drum machine. You'll see lots of bands performing with drum machines, and it's a lot more difficult, but gives you a lot more freedom than Super Looper, and it's actually really cool if you take your time. I'm going to take you over to my computer screen and show you what it looks like. It's called Pattern Sketch. You should see the link on the Hyperdoc. Hopefully I've remembered to put it there. So this is what you should see when you open up patternsketch.com. You'll see this little thing here, which is pretty much what a real drum machine looks like. And it'll already have a sample logged on there. So you can actually have a look and see. You can see here it says kick. So I can see a kick's going to go kick, 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 kick. Okay, I can see there's a ride, which is a type of cymbal, and it looks like it's going all the way through. It's got heaps of different samples. Every time I've opened this, it's had a different sample. So you'll probably get a different one to this. So let's see what this one sounds like. Oh, it's pretty cool. Sweet. So the first thing you're going to want to do is press clear. Okay. And the second thing you're going to want to do is to go down here and see this number 32. Just make sure it says 16. Okay. This is how many little squares you're going to get. How many of these little squares you're going to get. Okay. And you can add more later if you want to. But starting with 16 is really easy because you can fit 16 on your screen. You can see it all there. Okay. So you can pick a tempo as well. I might go a bit of a higher tempo. I might go for about 110, let's say. Tempo means speed. Okay, and you can also come up here and pick a drum kit. So there's lots of different drum kits you can pick. I might go dub. That sounds cool. Great. So I've got my instruments down here. I've got bass drum, snare drum, bass, tom 1, tom 2, splash, blah, 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 all the way down to my ride at the bottom. Okay. I've also got all these squares. The squares are where I put my music. Okay. The white squares are just there to show you where each beat is. So we've got 4 beats in our little ostinato that we're making at the moment. So if I want to make a bass drum just go on the beat, I'll go blip, 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 blip. And that should, when I press play, give me a bass drum beat. Let's see. There you go. Next, if I want to add a snare drum, I don't want the snare drum to be playing at the same time as the bass drum, so I might go a little bit further into the beat and press it here. So it's halfway through each beat. Let's see what that sounds like. Nice. I might go, oh, I think that snare drum's a little bit too loud, so I can actually go into the volume here and type it in. So it's on 50. I might bring it down to 40. Well, not 400, God, 40. And let's see if that sounds a bit nicer. Nice. You can see it's a little bit quieter. So if you think something's too loud, you can just change it. Post hi-hat, which is like a type of cymbal. It goes, I can just go, I want 4 here really quick, and I want 4 here really quick. So I put them really close together so they're quick. Let's see what that sounds like. It actually sounds pretty cool. If I decide I just want to hear the hi-hat though, and I might do that, I can actually come over here and press mute on these two. Okay, so I can turn them off and then I'll just hear my hi-hat. Or if I want to, I can also press the S, which means solo, which means I'll only hear the hi-hat as well. Okay, so you don't have to do it while listening to it all at the same time. You don't have to get lost like that. All right. If you've done, actually, I'm just going to go off and I'm going to have a little play and I'm going to make a little rhythm, and I'll be back with the power of editing in a few minutes to show you what I've done. Okay, so I've had a little play. I'm done with my piece. I'll show you a few of my favorite bits. I found this little dog sound in this one, in this kit, which is kind of cool. Have a listen. It's these two here. Bark, bark. I also found a kind of ghost sound here. So I put 2 of them there. I think my favourite bit that I added was the ride cymbal.
Yeah, they're my few little favourite bits, and I just added a little bit of each of them in. I'll show you what the whole thing sounds like. Nice. So that's my little piece. I'll show you some of the things. So if I decided, all right, I've done that piece, I really like it, but it's not long enough. I want to add more little bits to it. I want to add to it. I can go down here and I can do my steps up to 32. And I can't see my my other 16 beats here, so I need to actually go edit bar. And I'll go down here and I'll press number 2. So there's my other 16 beats. So if I add 4 bass drums in at the end with a few snares here, when I press play, it'll play the first bit and then the second bit. Okay, and then it'll repeat back. If I want to share it, I can go share here, or I can actually export the audio. So that means it's not even going to share it in this thing. It'll actually make you a file that you can download, which will actually be the song, which is a really cool thing. What else can you do? Yeah, I think that's basically the program. Oh, you can also edit with the highs, mids, and lows. You can play with them if you want to, and the master volume. But if you do it too much, it really does. So if I go, oh, I want lots of low sound in, and I turn this all the way up, it's going to sound a little bit out of balance because it's going to be way too loud. Have a listen. So be really careful with that. If you want a little bit of extra bass, turn it up tiniest little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't even worry about them if you don't need to. So yeah, I'm going to go back to real life now.
Okay, back in the real world now. So your job with that little app is to go on there, have a play around, and make a piece that's 4 beats long or longer that you like. Okay, my 2 bits of advice are: number 1, really think about your choices. Think about what it's going to sound like before you do it. Okay, if you're just randomly clicking around, you're going to get a lot of random noise. It's not going to sound very musical. Number 2, keep it simple to start with. Make it the simplest thing you can to start with, and go, yep, that sounds like something, and then add bits slowly. Don't go straight away and go, whoa, I want to make this super complicated thing. Start really simple. Okay, that's it, year 5. So your 2 jobs again are: number 1, do long-legged sailor and add life, sailor, and wife. Remember, you've got long as well. It's not long. And also go on patternsketch.com and make a rhythm or a drum ostinato that you're happy with. Okay, sweet. Take your time with both of them. I'll be back with another video next week. See you later.